Hi kids! Today I wanted to share a read aloud with you, and we're going to be reading Corduroy by Don Freeman. Has anyone read this book before? It's a good one. Alright, here's the story of Corduroy. Corduroy is a bear who once lived in the toy department of a big store. Day after day he waited with all the other stuffed animals and dolls for somebody to come along and take him home. And there's Corduroy with all his friends. The store was always filled with shoppers buying all sorts of things, but no one ever seemed to want a small bear in green overalls. How do you think Corduroy's feeling right now? Yeah. Then one morning, a little girl stopped and looked straight into Corduroy's bright eyes. "Oh, Mommy," she said, "look, there's the very bear I've always wanted." "Not today, dear," her mother sighed. "I've spent too much money already. Besides, he doesn't look new. He lost a button to one of his shoulder straps." And there's Corduroy's missing button. Sometimes our most loved things don't look new anymore because they've been so loved. Corduroy watched them sadly as they walked away. So it seems like both these people in the story are feeling sad, the little girl and Corduroy. "I didn't know I'd lost a button," he said to himself. "Tonight I'll go see if I can find it." Late that evening, when all the shoppers had gone and the doors were shut and locked, Corduroy climbed carefully down from his shelf and began searching everywhere on the floor for his lost button. There he is climbing down and he's searching the very big store. Suddenly, he felt the floor moving under him. Quite by accident, he stepped onto the escalator and up he went. Have you been on an escalator before? Yeah, the stairs move. Corduroy wasn't expecting that. Could this be a mountain? He wondered. I've always wanted to climb a mountain. Is it a mountain? He stepped off the escalator as it reached the next floor, and there, before his eyes, was the most amazing sight. Tables and chairs and lamps and sofas and rows of beds. "This must be a palace," Corduroy gasped. "I guess I've always wanted to live in a palace." It looks pretty fancy, doesn't it? He wandered around admiring the furniture. "This must be a bed," he said. "I've always wanted to sleep in a bed." And up he crawled onto a large, thick mattress. All at once he saw something small and round. "Why, here's my button," he cried, and he tried to pick it up. But like all the other buttons on the mattress, it was tied down tight. And there's Corduroy trying to get the button off. Is that his button? No. Uh-oh. He yanked and pulled with both paws until pop! Off came the button, and off the mattress, Corduroy toppled. There he is falling down. Bang! Into a tall floor lamp. Over it fell with a crash. Poor Corduroy. Corduroy didn't know it, but there was someone else awake in the store. The night watchman was going his rounds on the floor above. When he heard the crash, he came dashing down the escalator. "Now, who in the world did that?" he exclaimed. "Somebody must be hiding around here." The night watchman is kind of like a cop who watches the store and makes sure no one comes in. Do you think he's going to find Corduroy? Let's see. He flashed his light under and over the sofas and bed until he came to the biggest bed of all, and there he saw two fuzzy brown ears sticking up from under the covers. There's Corduroy's ears. "Hello," he said. "How did you get upstairs?" The watchman tucked Corduroy under his arm and carried him down the escalator and set him on the shelf in the toy department with the other animals and dolls. And there's Corduroy back on his shelf, back where he belongs. Did he find his button? Didn't. Corduroy was just waking up when the first customers came into the store in the morning. And there, looking at him with a wide, warm smile, was the same little girl he'd seen only the day before. "I'm Lisa," she said, "and you're going to be my very own bear. Last night I counted what I'd saved in my piggy bank, and my mother said I could bring you home." So Lisa had enough money to buy Corduroy. How do we think Corduroy's feeling now? Yeah, probably very happy to go home. "Shall I put him in a box for you?" the saleslady asked. "Oh, no, thank you," Lisa answered, and she carried Corduroy home in her arms. She ran all the way up 4 flights of stairs into her family's apartment and straight into her own room. It seems like she's feeling pretty happy, running all the way up those stairs, excited to get Corduroy to his new home. Corduroy blinked. There was a chair and a chest of drawers, and alongside a girl-sized bed stood a little bed, just the right size for him. The room was small, nothing like that enormous palace in the department store. "This must be home," he said. "I know I've always wanted a home." Lisa sat down with Corduroy on her lap and began to sew a button on his overalls. "I like you the way you are," she said, "but you'll be more comfortable with your shoulder strap fastened." So she's fixing his button. There she is, sewing it on. Move your face out of my picture. "You must be a friend," said Corduroy. "I've always wanted a friend." "Me too," said Lisa, and gave him a big hug. Oh, there's my big hug. So Corduroy must be very happy to be home with his new friend Lisa. Thank you. Will you do me a favor? Can you go get that die for me? We're going to ask some questions. All right. Okay, thank you. So here's our question die. Would you like to roll it?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Roll it. All right. Can I see it, please?
Oh,
And where'd it go? There it is. What? What was Corduroy looking for? What? Would you like to roll it again?
where?
Where? Where did Corduroy hide? Let's do one more. You don't have to answer. It's for the kindergartners.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Why?
And your last question is why? Why was Corduroy happy at the end of the story? Those are the 3 questions I'd like you to answer in the comments. All right. Thank you for reading with me. Bye.